Hey YouTube, Shinken Shinobi here with a review of the Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger Gokai Cellular, Gokai Silver's transformation device. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Quick look at the box. We have Gokai Silver with the Gokai Cellular, his key, lights, sounds. On the top here you got a pretty cool picture of all of the 6 Rangers he represents, plus himself. On the back here you have a picture of his gold mode, same with the side here. Normal side there, and then all the stuff it can do on the back. So I really like this picture up here. Want it as a wallpaper. Bandai, Toei, make it happen. So be careful not to knock my little friends over here. They're hanging out back here just because I wanted them to make an appearance, just in case I don't get a chance to review them. So take a look at his key real quick. Basically the standardized Gokai key at this point. With a new head sculpt for him, featuring a bandana. I thought that was really cool. I noticed it on the vinyl when I first picked him up, that the back of his helmet is reminiscent of a bandana, and the bandana slides down to cover his eyes when he goes gold mode. I thought that was pretty neat. So, yeah, he's key 6. Nothing really too spectacular since he's the same design as the Gokaigers. So let's go ahead and pop it into the Mobirates. So I like that. It says Gokaiger and does the transformation, but it says it in a Japanese tone that they use to denote like confusion or questions. So it's like Gokaiger, right? I think it's a Gokaiger. I don't really know. So I thought that was neat. Same thing with right there. And another one. So, again, translations are above you during that segment, and then on the written review. Everyone that wants to know the phrases really well, I urge you to check out the written review, because I list them all there. So, we'll set him aside for now, because it is time to look at the toy itself. So, here is the Gokai Cellular, with the number pad being made of not only symbols and numbers, but the helmets of the Senshi that Gokai Silver represents. So the call button is Gosei Knight, the enter button is Gokai Silver, the end button is Kiba Ranger. 1 is Bouken Silver, 2 is Dragon Ranger, 3 is Mega Silver, 4 is King Ranger, 5 is the Go on Wings, 6 is Shinken Gold, 7 is Shurikenger, 8 is Abare Killer, 9 is Magi Shine, the star key is Gao Silver, 0 is Time Fire, and the pound key is Deka Break. Really cool. I like this number pad. It's the same one that like the Magi phone used. I heard these break and crack over time, but my Magi phone has gotten a lot of use in the past like year and a half, 2 years I had it, and it's still perfectly fine. So I don't really know. I like it. It gives a nice look to it that the normal buttons wouldn't give it because of the whole helmet thing. So I don't know. I like it. It does remind me of a slider phone. Obviously, it doesn't slide. It's just a hunk of plastic. But the whole way the buttons and the screen kind of overlap reminds me of that. The screen does have a tendency to attract fingerprints, but that happens. The inside here, as you can see if we lift this up, has the phone-like things in it. The wallpaper with the Anchor logo. The phone emblems in there. And then like the whole screen just looks really cool. It kind of looks like a key itself. If you kind of look at it this way, it does kind of look like a key with a whole cool design up here and all of that. The button compartment, it uses LR44s, I believe. Yeah, LR44s. It comes with them, which is really nice, so I didn't have to fork over batteries for them. And they should last a fairly decent amount of time, I think. So that's cool, and the on switch is right here, so let's go ahead and turn it on. Yay, so now it's on. Typical Gokaiger startup noise. So, you can do everything on the number pad. You don't need to put a key in there at all. So it's strictly for decoration. So let's go ahead and just do that because it is cool. So I'll flip that up, and you can see the tabs in here, and a little space for his feet down here. So he just slide him in head first, and then lock him in place. And he's good to go. So he just sits there. It doesn't read anything. It's just there for purely decoration. You can stick a hot dog in there, and it'll do the same exact thing. Not sure why you do that, though. But anyway, so we'll go ahead and do the Henshin mode stuff first, because that is what counts. So we'll go ahead and do Gokai Silver first. So press this button, you'll get a standby noise. Then just press this big red button on the top with the Gokaiger logo on it, and you're good to go. Gokaiger indeed. So what this does is this thing acts as a scanner, and when you press the button, it scans the key, and it tells the Gokai Cellular what Ranger to transform Gokai Silver into. Obviously, this is a hunk of plastic and doesn't do that, but it emulates it fairly well, and I like it, except for the noise. Honestly, you could probably just have did a normal drop down or a slide or something without having to make that wretched noise. Particularly because it distracts away from the first syllable of all of the transformations. So I find that kind of irritating. But anyway, you can lift this up, and that'll lock in place. And one thing I do want to point out too is that this button right here, the silver button, is the eject button. So you can eject your key whenever you want to. But we'll keep him in there for now because that's his little cryostasis. He's like Zane now. So we'll go ahead and do the other guys, just do them in show order. Dragon Ranger. It says Jew Ranger. Kiba Ranger. King Ranger. Mega Silver. Mega Ranger. Time Fire. Gao Silver. Shurikenger. I'm going to stop the slider because I want you to hear this. So he does indeed say Shurikenger. I will get to that later. Abare Killer. Deka Break. Magi Shine. Bouken Silver. Go on Wings. So that one says to go on Wings. Shinken Gold. And Gosei Knight. So that says Gosei Knight. So Shurikenger, Go on Wings, and Gosei Knight all say their individual names. Everyone else says their corresponding team name. Shurikenger, Go on Wings, and Gosei Knight are confirmed to be in the Mobirates, as well as Go Ranger, I know is in there. I gotten that one before. So I know at least those guys are in there. My little fanon explanation is the fact that, like, the Shurikenger, altogether they're the Nippon Sentai Hurrikenger. However, like, the core 3 of the Hurrikengers, the extra 2 are the Go Riders, and then Shurikenger is Shurikenger. So they're all kind of their own little, like, ninja thing. So the Mobirates in this all kind of differentiate the fact that they are 3 different ninja factions. The Go on Wings were kind of a separate unit from the Go Rangers. They joined later and all of that. And they were flight-based instead of car-based. So there's that. And then Gosei Knight, he was his own dude. He was a header previously. He wasn't a human or anything like that. So he's kind of his own thing. He's part of the Gosaigers, but he's not an actual Goseiger because he's a header. So he's his own thing. So that's my little fan explanation on why those 3 have different sounds than everyone else. Well, everyone else got their powers from, like, the same source, I think. I'm not entirely positive about that because I haven't seen half these shows, but I'm trying my best here. So that is my explanation, and I'm going to stick to it. So that is all for the Henshin mode. There's nothing else you can do with the buttons or anything like that. So moving on to the phone mode, press Gokai Silver's face twice. So it says Denwa Modo, Denwa being phone. Like the Mobirates, it has some individual codes that you can input to create some sounds. So we're going to go ahead and go through those. Once again, I would like to thank oibihara.sakura.ne.jp. I don't know the site name off the top of my head because it's in Japanese. But they were the one I used for the Mobirates key phrases, so thank you to them. So we'll go ahead and just go through those. All of them end in Gosei Knight because he is the enter button. So it's 3 and then enter, so we'll do 1, 2, 3, enter. Uh, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 4, 9. So there's the gold mode, something that I will talk about in a little bit. 4, 4, 4. 500. Yes, yes indeed. 194. 5's it up in here with 555. 777. 084. Good morning to you too, Gokai Cellular. 666 does something. And 999. And then lastly, he has 3 noises for his mecha. 000, which is Time Fire, 222, which is Dragon Ranger, and 888, which is Abare Killer. These are the 3 representations his mecha has. So we'll do Time Fire. So launch Goju Drill, which is the representation of Time Ranger. 222. Goju Rex, which is the representation for Ranger. And then 888. Goju Gene, which is his actual robotic combination. And that is representation of Abare Ranger. So that's cool that the 3 corresponding faces represent what they're supposed to represent with his mecha, which is pretty neat. And then lastly, we have a special modo, just like the Mobirates. 422. So that was everyone on this keypad. One thing I do want to point out is that they mixed up Shinken Gold and the Gohan Wings. I don't know why they switched them around exactly, besides having 4 Go's in a row with Gohan Gold, Gohan Silver, Gosei Knight, and Gokai Silver. Outside of being punny like that, I don't really see any reason for them to have flip-flopped Goanger and Shinkenger, but minor nitpick just because I kind of prefer things to be in order, but that's me, of course, so whatevers. And the last feature of this phone mode is the game. So you can access the game by pressing 880 or 889. All of these sounds have a different number code that has the same sounds. Like 500 was Gokaiger, and then 005 is also Gokaiger. So I'll put both terms, or both numbers, in the text up here and in the written review, just so people can know. So you can access the game. We'll go ahead and do that. 880. So it wants me to hit Gao Silver, so we'll go ahead and do that. So it gives you a Ranger, you hit their corresponding helmet, and then you get a ding or depending on if you are right or wrong. And then it has 4 different phrases depending on how many you get right. So if you get like all 4 right, you get a yay sound. 3 right, you get a okay, you did good. 2 right, it's like, oh, you kind of suck. And then if you get only 1 right or none right, you get a pretty crappy sound. I'm not going to go ahead and go through that, but I will have what it says and the translation in my written review, so please check that out. Okay, so that is all for the phone mode. The inclusion of a game is really nice, and I will get to that in a minute. The last thing this does is activate his gold mode. Obviously, I don't have the gold anchor key yet, but you will be able to get it in a candy toy set, Ranger Key Set 5, available with the masked Gokai Silver transformation figure, which is an OCC-esque figure for Gokai Silver. So there's tons of ways to get that key, and it won't be hard to get. I'm just waiting until Ranger Key Set 5 since I'm getting that anyway. So you can use any key in this slot. The slot, all it has is a button down, way down in there, that it presses to activate the noise that you can also hit by hitting 7, 8, 9. It's the same noise. So we're going to take good old Dragon Ranger here, good old Tommy, and shove his key in there. And we have gold mode. So yeah, you can fit any key in here. Doesn't matter which one. It can be fluorescent pink. It'll still activate gold mode. So that's still cool. I like the functionality of that, having the gold key hanging out here. It can kind of turn into a shanking device or something. But overall, that is it for this toy. I like it. There is some flaws. There's some definite flaws. I would have preferred if the transformation said Dragon Ranger Shinken Gold instead of like Jew Ranger and Shinkenger. I mean, Gosei Knight has it, the Go on Wings have it, Shurikenger has it. I would have liked if everyone had it, especially considering it has those voices because it needs it for the game and the special mode. So I mean that's a nitpick I have. There's some paint scruffs I have on the screen, so that was a little bit sloppy. That's a minor nitpick as well. But outside of that, I really like it. It feels nice. I like the keypad. All the 6 Ranger helmets are really cool. And all in all, I think it's a really cool transformation device. It's not as good as the Mobirates in terms of functionality, but I think it definitely has its perks. And if you like 6 Rangers, you'll definitely love this toy. So, the game is really fun. I love morphers and changers with games. The Astro Morpher, was it the Digi-Changer, maybe? I think. Had a game in it with the button presses. There was a couple other ones that had little games to it. The Magi Lamp has a cool game. So, I like the toys that include little games in that. I'll probably play that when I'm bored. So, I definitely recommend it. If you're a fan of Gokai Silver for as little as you've seen him, or just a fan of Six Rangers in general, this is definitely the changer for you. Like I said, I would have preferred some easier ways to get the actual individual names of the Six Rangers, other than playing the game or playing the special mode. So, and that of the scanner thing is kind of annoying when you're trying to listen to the cool sounds. So, nitpicks aside, I do recommend it. I just don't think it's as good functionality as the Mobirates is. So, cool. I approve of it. Yeah. So, you can check out a written review, including a list of codes and translations for every noise that you just heard at RiotsRangersRambles.com, bringing the latest Toku news in the craziest way possible. And of course, you can talk about Gokaiger, the toy line, and everything else on the RAM boards at RiotsRangersRambles.com/forums. So take care and have a great one. Bye.